Hey Pisces, welcome to Intention 1111. Today I'm here to do a reading, for you. Love or whatever comes out. I'm behind this month, so sorry about that. It is what it is. If you'd like to book a personal read with me, you can reach me at whereyourintentions at intentions1111.com. Or you can still reach me at thejezebelway@gmail.com. I want to say thank you to all those people who've reached out for a personal read from me. I sure appreciate y'all. And everyone who interacts with the channel and watches the videos. Thank you so very much. So let's see what we got for you in love or otherwise, Pisces. Okay. You're battling with something or you're dealing with something. Surrendering to something. Masculine energy here. We got a 6, choices. Sovereignty, 5, changes. Some of you may be finding yourself single suddenly, or you may be entertaining the idea of singleness, of sovereignty, changes, of becoming one with oneself. Maybe for a while, some of you may be putting relationships to the side, surrendering to a path, a more abundant path, 8. Some of you may be making a decision to join with another person in love relationship and surrendering to that journey, feeling that that's the path of abundance. So either way that goes, choices to be made, Pisces. Let's see what we got. I have the, funny enough, while I'm shuffling, I have this card, and this card, and this card, and this card, and this card, which indicate to me the idea of divine masculine and feminine. If you don't subscribe to that, that's okay. These are all twin flame mile marker cards here. Okay, that are talking about surrendering to a journey. Some of you may be having to surrender to a twin flame journey, which, by the way, has absolutely nothing to do with romance. Okay, so let's just clear that up right away. I want to do a video because I saw on Prime Video there's some mess about this twin flame coaching couple that used to be on YouTube, and the horror story that ensued after that. And I want to do a video to address some of the things that are brought out in that video, but that's a story for another time. But some of you who are in twin flame journey, you have some stuff about surrendering, abundance, peace and harmony, surrendering the past, and having some dream activity here, right? Somebody's having some dream activity that may influence their decision making. And victory on a path of acceptance. Somebody is also making a decision to reject such situation, which may be the other counterpart. Bottom of the deck, we have healing. So there's something being rejected in lieu of healing, which is always needs to be the case, no matter what situation you find yourself in. Show me. Pisces, blocking out. Somebody's blocking out because they're afraid of betrayal. There's fear again here, which is root chakra energy, talking about fear of surrender. Fear of surrender to relationship, fear of vulnerability, fear of being vulnerable to someone is betrayal to a person. So the idea of sovereignty for some of you right here, I'm going to go my own path here. I don't want this, right? Somebody's saying. Fear of surrendering and this idea of sovereignty is just another way, unless you're in a dysfunctional pattern here, right? Is just another way of saying, I am not capable, I cannot be vulnerable to another person. I cannot let my walls down with this particular person here, right? And it's easier for me to be on my own because I can control the circumstances. I can control the conditions, which is false, right? But we tell ourselves that. I can control the circumstances if I'm on my own, if I'm doing what I want to do. Then I don't have to worry about getting my heart broken. I don't have to worry about rejection. And that's the false idea that making that decision, okay, is healing. Is healing. Making that decision is healing. Rejecting a path is healing. Here we go again. There's trauma here from previous relationship, Pisces, that's keeping you stuck in a position in which you are afraid to be vulnerable with another person. Okay, and this could be your twin flame, it could be karmic, it could be whoever, right? Whatever is resonating. But there's fear of a repeated pattern happening, and that somebody here is full of it, right? This masculine here is full of crap, right? And they're going to be just like everybody else has been. And if I'm alone, right, if I'm alone, then I can control the circumstances. But you're being asked to address issues and traumas relating to being vulnerable to others. When people are in fear of vulnerability, it's because they have been taught by way of trauma that they can't trust anyone to be vulnerable to anyone. It's a fear trauma response. So somebody's being asked, especially this week around this lunar eclipse, okay, to unpack the idea of why I fear to be vulnerable to another person. Why do I fear vulnerability? Because the fear of vulnerability is the block here, right? It's the block to your healing. It's the block to this union. It's the block to yourself. If I stay a little while, not a long time, I can control the circumstances if I'm in and out. I can control the circumstances if I go out on my own, right? I want to see what this Seven of Cups is here for. Yes. Illusions. Illusions here are toxic. The illusion of control is toxic. It's a wall to vulnerability. It is allowing yourself to be in false illusion, right? That you are in control. There are healthy ways of being in control, but not to the point where you're shutting other people out as a result of trauma. So this week, you may be being asked to take a look at that. And it may be put in your face. It may be mirrored to you. Through your twin flame, it may be mirrored to you in somebody else in some way. You know, the universe uses all kinds of situations and types of relationships to mirror things to us. This may be being mirrored to you this week as a trigger to unpack this fear of vulnerability. You're going to be being asked to rethink what makes you happy truly, right? Think about it. What makes you happy? Is it a false happiness? Are you being sort of, this is also representing a little bit of selfishness. And I'm not saying not wanting to be in a relationship with somebody is selfish. That's not what I'm trying to say. But I think you're depriving yourself of connection because you fear vulnerability. So that may be something you need to think on this week. So let's see what else Pisces can expect. Not wanting to make the deep connection or surrendering yourself to be able to make the deep connection with this person. Maybe a block to you. Where'd the card go? Oh, here it is. Courage. Okay, what can you expect? Courage. Monkey mind. Okay, so this is talking about taming the beast, and the beast is the mind, is the monkey mind, right? Is the idea of conflict and troubles, and that's just your previous trauma talking and your fear center talking here. Courage to overcome and quiet the brain and the ego. Moving on with the idea of relationship with this person, you can nurture the situation as you nurture yourself. But if you continue to only see what you want to see, it's going to be crickets. Okay, it's good to be hermited. It's good to be alone. It's good to have your time and figure out who you are, but you can't stay there. You're being called not to stay there anyway. And this is talking about unpacking some things and seeking the higher self and being honest and transparent with oneself. Let me be honest with myself. What am I really juggling here? What am I really juggling here? Let me be honest with myself. Is it this lover? Or is it fear of connection? Is it the lie I'm telling myself? My fear of connection because of my past trauma. So let's get some advice on it and kind of see where we're going. So it may be thrown in your face a little bit, maybe to the end of the month. So take a look, Pisces, at that and see where's your fear center lie. And is it an illusion? Is this fear an illusion, or is it truth? Okay, do I surround myself with people who lift me up? Am I able to do that if I'm cutting off connections from others? The people with whom we surround ourselves determine who we become. I think that, especially if you channel energy, they can influence. I don't think they determine who you become. I think you determine who you become. But I think the old saying is, if you lie down with dogs, you get up with fleas, right? But they don't determine where you are or who you are or who you become. Are you inspired? Does this person believe in you? Okay, that's what you should be asking. And if the answer is yes, then why are you blocking it? Why are you blocking being vulnerable to this person? Did they check your boxes, yes or no? What am I looking for outside myself that's already within me? Are you looking for more guidance, confidence, peace, wisdom, love, or something else? Are you searching outside of yourself by closing yourself off because you don't think you can be validated? You're validating your own fear of vulnerability by closing yourself off. And this is talking about self-care, right? What am I looking for? What are you looking for here? When you're cutting yourself off from connection, what are you looking for? So Pisces, that's what I have for you, and I'll see you guys later.